me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
The Florida Forum welcomes world-renowned chef and humanitarian Jose Andres at the Center for Performing Arts March 31st. His impact spans the globe as founder of World Central Kitchen, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, and global leader using food as a force for change. All proceeds for the Florida Forum benefit the Women's Board of Wilson Children's Hospital, supporting a new outdoor play area for behavioral health services. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Here's your 1010XL local sports update, sponsored by AMCO. Jaguars lock up corner Buster Brown before free agency, resigning him to a 3-year, $33 million deal. Sporting Jacks dropped their inaugural match to Hartford, with Augustine Williams scoring right before halftime. In the NBA, the Magic and the Heat both won on Sunday. That's your 1010XL local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 12:01 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned, because XL Prime Time is next right here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Attention. Attention.
They are not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Babe, after Leon, nothing says football like Central Soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, it's such a good week, a fun week, and I promise you, people, the fact that there's less news about your Jaguars going out and trying to sign a bunch of free agents is a good thing. They sign within their locker room, Buster Brown being the biggest, and then more to come. And we just heard about Dennis Gardeck, so we'll get into that one coming up in just a bit. But welcome in a beautiful Sunsplash Monday, a Mokama Beer Company Monday. And I look to my right, I see Big Surge back from that long weekend. Maddie, we are all ready to go. E is in the chair for at least one more day before JJ comes jet-setting back from Italy. And it's Players Week, people. It is Players Championship Week. I'm pumped. Round of applause for Ponte Vedra, Florida, because they are going to take center stage with the golfing world, not just the golfing United States, the golfing world.
Wait, speaking of center stage,
yes,
I think we have to get an update from E about the pasties and the whole what happened.
Here's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, if you chew it, you got to do it. And so he was running a lot of smack about the 15K last week.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
How did it work out for you, my brother?
I ran that thing.
Did you?
I finished that thing.
You did.
But not in an hour and 50 minutes.
What'd you finish it in, bro?
2:12.
All right. Okay. That's pretty good.
So you're
no training.
You're 22 minutes off of your goal.
Yeah.
And that's our baseline.
Yeah, that was the baseline. Hey, I ain't running. I ain't doing that again.
Yeah, doing
How
it
many
again.
times did you stop? Just to
about 20.
Okay, all right.
Oh, like
I was going to do an over under, and we're going to bet the betting odds. I was going to put it at about 20. So you stopped at 20. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
22 minutes over, honestly.
It's pretty good.
That is good, bro.
Zero training at all?
None. Well, I mean, I ran 3 miles. Like, I ran a total of 9 miles leading up to the.
That ain't bad.
To the.
Do you enjoy running? Do you enjoy running?
No, not really. That was just a bucket.
I don't know people that just run to run.
Yeah, that was a bucket list item.
I have other bucket list items.
Oh, yeah, they get nothing to do with running.
But the Gate River Run in Jacksonville is a staple, so I feel. And originally, I was just doing it as a party, and then it turned into a bet. Yeah. So that's why I got so serious.
Listen. I probably say I haven't run since 2002.
All right, did you run with the shirt on?
I started with the shirt on, but I wasn't gonna need no pasties. Like, no. The only reason
you took the shirt off.
I came off because it was just so hot out there.
All right.
It was hot.
It did get hot in a hurry.
Ooh, real
like all of a sudden they knew it was spring break week, and it got hot in a hurry.
Runners were passing out, like legit runners.
Really?
So, oh my goodness, like legit runners, like people in run clubs. So I'm like, man, I got through this race, no ailments, no nothing. I did pretty good.
All right, well,
good for you, bro.
I thought of you at one point. They were showing a highlight I think it was at the end of Sports Center this morning. I don't even know what race it was, but it was a marathon.
Oh, yeah. That's
the LA Marathon. When the guy came back
there you go.
late.
The LA
yeah.
Marathon.
Yeah.
With the dude closing on him, and he beat him right there at the end.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was full-on America right there, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you something that's very disturbing as far as my wife. She works at UF Health, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they do the little tent. They had a tent on the side for the people that come to like the mass shoot.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, I went with her, all right? Because she was massaging people and all that, and IV people. It's not pretty, bro. People coming in collapsing
I don't know
on
how they do it.
tables,
Really?
screaming, yelling, hollering. I mean, it's like
Really?
bro. It's like it's like being in a freaking horror movie, bro. The way they be screaming sometimes.
Yeah. Because they cramp up.
They cramp
everything
up,
just
man.
completely comes to a grinding halt, and dehydration and everything else.
I was shook, bro. I was shook afterwards. I said, I'm not going again, all right? I'm not going with you anymore.
Y'all were basically doing triage there is what you're saying.
Yes, bro. That's crazy.
Well, look, like he said in the original part of this is that you applaud any and all that complete the Gate River Run, because it is, like you said, it is a staple. And dudes, ladies, everybody that does it, that is uber impressive. And so, yeah, give it up. That's for sure. All right, now, there are teams that have given up on some of those big names that they had just to get them off their books. And free agency, the legal tampering period underway. You got a bunch of teams that are looking to off either players, get rid of cap liabilities, eat some of their dead cap space. Like the Dolphins let go of Tua Tagovailoa, a guy that got a big deal the same offseason that Trevor Lawrence got his. And they have to eat a lot of dead cap money. What was the number?
$99.2 million.
Yeah,
over
just for this
2
year.
years.
Is it 2 years? I thought it was just this year.
I think it's a
It's a combination
two?
of 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a combination of 2 years. Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy money, bro.
Yeah, if you have it in
It's
front
the
of you.
highest in history, NFL history.
Yeah. And so those types of decisions that other teams have made, and this team looks like they're not having to suffer through it. Look, this team went through the Nick Foles crisis.
Yeah, you're right about that.
With that
crisis.
$88 million deal, but they got somebody to take a good portion of that in Chicago. But they haven't had to deal with this type of stuff. Give me the numbers.
So here's Tua. So the Dolphins still owe him $66.7 million in 2026 and $32.5 million in 2027.
So whoever picks him up is paying the remainder of that in 27.
You would think.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins are on the hook this year.
For this year's salary.
And I honestly don't know exactly how it works, Matt, whether they would be on it. I need to look that up because, like, Kyler Murray is another example. He's guaranteed 31 or 35, whatever the number is, and he can go play for the veterans minimum anywhere because Arizona's on the hook for that one. You got that number?
Yeah. Kyler Murray is $57.8 million.
Yeah.
They may just flip quarterbacks.
Well, they might. Yeah, you'll see.
They're
how
both on the hook. It doesn't matter. You're on the hook. You're on the hook.
But now let's throw Malik Willis into this. I don't think.
I don't know about Malik Willis, man.
He has a less than a handful of starts. Got a total of 4 starts?
Yeah.
And a dude that Matt LaFleur obviously put him in a great position to make plays. He
wants a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, he's at the right place at the right time.
Well, you would think the brothers, the LaFleur, they would be having this kind of conversation about Malik Willis, and you would think they would be exchanging information on, since, LaFleur at Green Bay's had him over the last couple of years.
True.
He could be talking about, some of his good things, some of the things that he can work with. So you would think they would have that kind of conversation.
Yeah, brother to brother is what you're saying.
Course, yes.
Mike LaFleur and Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's looking, he's just in that perfect spot. This is what we always talk about. If you land in the free agent year where everything is just all of a sudden falling into place and there aren't a lot of other good quarterbacks that people are willing to throw money at, Malik Willis is just loving life right now because he can get a multi-year deal, a big amount of cash guaranteed to him, signing bonus up front, all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's just keep an eye on what we think is going to go down, not only here, but throughout the AFC South and the National Football League. Give us that right now, E, because we know stuff is happening right now, business all over the league.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So according to Adam Schefter, 6 minutes ago, Indianapolis kept free agent wide receiver Alec Pierce and put the transition tag on Danny Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had done the transition tag.
Yeah, but they've kept their 2 critical pieces to that offense. Is what they've done.
It's the Alec Pierce portion of this that is interesting. And so you're trying to figure out exactly how everyone's going to do
4
this.
years, $116 million for Alec Pierce.
Let me do the math on that.
It's almost 30, right?
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
120 would be 30.
Yeah. All right. So
what's
just
Parker Washington going to get if Alec Pierce gets that kind of money?
Well, let's just compare that to the Jacoby Myers deal, right? The Jacoby Myers deal is in the $20 million on average range. And if Alec Pierce is going to get that amount of money, that does fall under the heading of huge, nasty cash. That's for sure.
So Alec Pierce, this past season, okay?
He's a big yards per catch guy.
This past season, he averaged 21.3 yards per catch. Yeah, 1,000 yards, 1,003 yards, 47 catches.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 17 touchdowns in 4 career seasons. 57 catches in 4 career seasons. He's averaging about 40 catches a year. And he got 30 mil.
It's a lot. That is a lot. All right, so we're going to kind of tackle it from every different angle as far as what is
his
out
career high receptions.
Yeah.
Career high.
Yeah.
47. Just this past season.
Right. And so other guys
84 targets.
Other guys that are like uber productive are looking around going, what the H? And they're going to be saying, I want that type of money.
He's literally one of 2 every time he's targeted.
Yeah.
And he got 30 mil.
Yeah. That's and the Indianapolis Colts gave away 2 first-round picks to go get Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones was asking for 50 per. There was no way they were going to do that because the Achilles tendon, he's still recovering from a rupture, and it ain't easy coming back from that bad boy. And they ultimately did a deal with him with the transition tag, and so we'll see how it goes up there in Indianapolis. But that's the AFC South picture starting to become a little clearer, that we will look at what's happening here, what's happening in Houston, in Nash Vegas, and then up there in Indianapolis. We'll keep it rolling. Mokama Beer Company Monday. We know you're pumped as far as the beginning of this legal tampering period. But let us know what you think about Buster Brown being inked. Dennis Gardeck. We'll get into those 2 cats coming up here in just a second. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Let's talk some Jaguar ball, free agency, and we are on the eve of all of that action taking place beginning tomorrow at TPC Sawgrass.
XL Primetime. Driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. It's golf's biggest stage this side of the majors, and 1010XL has you inside the ropes.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by Surfside Pools, San Jose Collision, and Lucas Tree Service.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Mike Dempsey, if you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
See Gators basketball from the eyes of the guy who lived in the swamp. Take time out with Patrick Young.
Shoots and scores, and he got fouled.
Friday morning at 8:30 on The Drill with Dan and Jeff. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists on 1010XL.
Picken here. See clearly with the Eye Associates and trusted optometrists Zachary Boskool and Alice LaFlamme. From comprehensive eye exams, dry eye care, glaucoma management, diabetic eye care, and more, Dr. Boskool and Dr. LaFlamme are dedicated to protecting your vision. Immediate availability at all 5 Jacksonville locations. Schedule today with Dr. Boskool and Dr. LaFlamme by calling the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet Betchkel, MD at 296-0098.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference. at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Shoot your shot on Prize Picks. Hicken here and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. All kinds of great features on Prize Picks, too, like stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So, like, hey, Steph Curry, points, 3-pointers, assists. Now you can pick them all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. But remember, you got to download the Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, but you must put in code 1010XL, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's all on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, man. It's good to be right.
Money pages in your mailbox right now.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
They definitely got it going on up there, and especially if you are coming into our area, there'll be so many people touching down at JIA, at North Florida Regional. If they're coming in wheels up with jet service, you're going to have a lot of people in our area. Make sure you drop on by if you're staying up in beautiful Amelia Island, Fernandina Beach. Drop on by Mocama Beer Company and enjoy some delicious craft. All right, we've been talking about what's going on with the free agent market. Jacksonville doing work inside their building. I got a feeling that's going to be a theme of Leon's locker room a little bit later on. But with the ultimate signing of Buster Brown and then bringing a couple of other guys in the fold, hugely important for this team to get under the cap, number one, reward players inside their building instead of trying to sign guys outside of their building, and then see where it goes. Buster Brown, they're counting on this cat to be a dominant playmaker.
There's a key component. I always say feed family first.
Yeah.
That sends shockwaves into the locker room that, you know, if you play well within the organization and you're a part of the team success, you get rewarded.
Yeah.
The last thing you ever want as a player on a team is for them to go outside of the team,
right,
and pay another guys. So I mean, it was important that, you know, it may seem small and marginal, but those two guys are key components to the success of the defense this year.
All right, give us some numbers, Matt.
So we talked about the wide receivers, all right, and what Alec Pierce make. It was
a Jacoby Myers average deal.
4 years, $116 million. Okay, that's not a Jacoby Myers average deal. That puts Alec Pierce, you ready for this, among wide receivers in the NFL, in the top 10 in the league. Career high of 47 catches in 4 years.
Right.
Career high of 7 touchdowns. And that was not this past year, the year before. Career high of 1,003 yards, and he's making $29 million a year.
Unreal. It really is. And we can put this in the Malik Willis pile, any of the other guys pile. But when you're talking about non-quarterbacks, the top earners, which are the Jamar Chases, did you look him up?
Yeah, Jamar Chase at the top. 40.2?
40.2 mil, Jamar Chase.
40.2.
I'll give you the top 5. Justin Jefferson, 35 mil. CeeDee Lamb, 34 mil.
Where's Micah?
DK Metcalf, 32.9. Garrett Wilson, 32.5.
Okay, for whatever reason, I thought there were some other cats, like Micah was up there.
Micah?
Yeah. Him or TJ Watt, one of them.
I'm just looking just wide receivers.
Okay.
Just wide receivers.
Okay, all right. Yeah. From that point of view, yeah, that's still that's a who's who of the National Football League. You're not going to go into any
the other guys that are ahead of him, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra, Brandon Ayuk, Terry McLaurin. That's it. No one else ahead of him.
And Ayuk got the big deal before the injury, all that kind of stuff. We haven't seen him play, which, by the way, this brings up one other kind of why maybe that deal got put together up in Indianapolis. There was at least chatter, the lonesome dove on X. You call him Dove, I call him Dove. Dove Kleiman basically saying a league source expressed that the 49ers might be willing to pay that $30 million average salary to Alec Pierce, that they were one of the players, because they still have to deal with, they haven't had Brandon Ayuk in 2 seasons, and they're still trying to find guys. They were reduced down to Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall, and one of them wasn't even up half of the time late in the year. They had so many injuries.
Somebody, right.
And they were talking about throwing $30 million at an Alec Pierce. Because Brock Purdy if any of these quarterbacks are going to make it, they need these big weapons. That's why Trevor looked better this year, because there were more weapons.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, had the Jags not signed Jacoby Myers early during the season, and had he gone, the Niners probably would have given him $30 million.
And I do think that's a smart play from the front office if they did it.
Well, I mean, you got to think of like this too. Alex Pierce is probably their A.J. Brown or their Jamar Chase, so you got to pay him according to market. If I'm his agent, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's your guy. He's your number one receiver. So this is what elite number one receivers are getting right now.
Yeah, that is true. And this also boils down to what we just said a minute ago about Tua Tagovailoa. The Miami Dolphins thought they had to ink him because they didn't want to go into a season without a guy that they had spent a top 6 draft pick on, and tried to build their offense around, hired the coach to come in and basically take this quarterback to where he needed to go. And we all know it didn't work out. And that's why they got $99 million they got to pay in dead cap sins for it. But you could just be thankful as all get out that this football team got the most out of Trevor this year and turned a major corner where it looks like, hey, that's money well spent. For 16.
Yes.
Compared to the T-Laws, the Kyler Murrays, all
because
the
no
other
matter
dudes.
what anybody says about, oh, well, he's their guy, they have to keep him. If he has another bad year and they're 6-11, they're moving on.
Right. People would have been flipping and tripping.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And so that's why I think at the very least you have entered a space where you can feel a little more comfortable.
You can breathe a little bit.
Yeah, a little more comfortable about your quarterback situation, about getting your salary cap under control. You're going to have to pay a little bit this year because of what Trent Baalke did with some of his contracts. Because if you go back, the total dead cap heading into this offseason was the 4th highest as we started looking at the build up to this period of the year. 43 million in dead cap money. Tyson Campbell, $19.5 million in dead cap money. Gabe Davis, $14.6 million. Darnell Savage, $6.2 million. And then the rest of them, it's not like they're big numbers, but you had to basically eat a little bit on your bottom line for drafting Javon Foster and saying goodbye. Jordan Jefferson saying goodbye. Tyler Lacey saying goodbye. All these other guys. And so it all added up to about 40+ million in dead cap space. So now you got to figure out where this team's going to go from there.
That's why you got to draft well, bro, and develop.
Yes.
So you don't be under the gun with all these cap figures from these free agent signings.
You know why you got to draft well? Because way down the bottom of the wide receivers is JSN, $3.6 million.
It's another one.
Now he's going to get 42 when he does sign, but 3.6 mil. He was like 17th overall. something like that, 18th overall.
Yeah, and one of many that have been kicked out of Columbus, Ohio, when they turned pro and turned into stars in the National Football
Amika's
League.
another one. Amika's at 4.5. Mika Buka. He's one of the best receivers in the league right now. 1 year.
Yeah. All right, so that's what they got to figure out, exactly what they're going to do. Let's get to Dennis Gardeck. A little of that just happened for number 47.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Here's another guy that I feel like Jimmy Gladstone's identified a guy that he thought had more potential coming out of the Arizona Cardinals organization, comes here, has basically an opportunity to step in, make things happen. He was obviously a guy who made plays for this football team, either dropping in coverage or rushing the passer, all sorts of things that he was able to do in 1 year here. And I love it. I love it because that was a guy that did not move the meter hardly at all when he was signed by the Jaguars.
I don't even remember him in camp. I mean, to be quite honest with you, this guy Gardeck.
He wasn't in camp till late. Remember, he was injured the whole time.
He was injured the whole time. So, I mean, but he did make a splash during the season, especially on a lot of those twist games, those stunts, those blitz packages that they put together. So, I mean, he made a name for himself, absolutely. When we had that nice little role where we were getting, turnovers and stuff like that, he was a part of that.
I'm kind of, he was fine.
Yeah, but I still
I don't think you're like, oh yeah, you got to resign this guy. I think you're signing. That's fine, great.
Right.
I don't.
He's a worker bee. He's a worker bee. I mean,
that's it.
He's a worker bee. You got to keep worker bees.
You want
Campbell Queen.
I think what you're looking for is either medium-sized contracts or good deals. I don't want to call them dollar store deals, but something like that. Because Gardeck's better than a dollar store dude.
Yeah.
But
he's kind of like not medium-sized deal, kind of like a medium to low-sized deal.
Yeah, affordable contracts. It's like we talk about, and they were talking about earlier with Jaguars today when the whole news of Buster came down the pike, is that you add up what Trent McDuffie just got being moved from Kansas City to L.A., look at that contract, that price tag, and then you take a look at what this team has affordably put together, rookie contract in Travis Hunter. Yes, he was the number 2 overall pick, and he's got guaranteed cash coming his way. But Jarian and Monteric, 2 draft picks as well, that all add up to a decent number. That ain't crazy expensive. That's how you're doing this.
It's also philosophically what you do, too. You can tell team by team the way they think. Like the Chiefs know they can draft and develop cornerbacks because they've done it. So they just let them walk.
They say goodbye to both.
Yeah, they just let two Pro Bowl guys walk because they know they can do it.
Snead, they couldn't re-sign. At least that's the way I recall it. And then he moved on, went to Tennessee. In this case, they get a first-rounder out of Trent McDuffie. Gardeck, 17 games for the Jags last year, 48 total tackles, 6 for loss, 2.5 sacks. That's just one less than Trayvon. 1 forced fumble, 2 pass deflections. He did some work last year. And he was a guy that had signed, started out, nobody really knew who he was, undrafted free agent at Sioux Falls.
Right.
For the Arizona Cardinals.
He flashed occasionally, which I guess is what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly you want like more than occasionally, but if that's what you get, that's fine. As long as it doesn't hurt you when he's on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I think, go ahead.
No, I was going to say probably solid locker room guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the flowing locks, Leon.
He's also got a little emotion, too. I like guys that play with a little fire.
A little passion. Yeah, absolutely.
And he doesn't mind if he gets hit with a fine or whatever. He went out there and he was balling. And the whole idea of what Anthony Campanile has brought to that side of the football, and you guys let us know on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, Gardeck screams Anthony Campanile, doesn't he? Buster Brown screams Anthony Campanile. Like I said to you guys earlier with Antonio Johnson and Devin, these dudes should be sending Campanile Christmas cards forever, okay? Ever.
I agree with that. You know what Monteric Brown
and those
screams
types
to
of
me?
Dudes fit the personality.
Monteric Brown screams to me is this team hasn't had a corner they've developed in I don't know how long, and now they finally got one.
Yeah.
So they're not letting go of him.
No, and it's good because the development side of this comes straight from good coaching. And
I mean, Jalen's probably the last one that they drafted, but that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, he was a top 5 pick.
Prior to that, when was the last one?
I'm looking at Leon going, Brother Bees, but it was more recent than that, but probably not too many of them.
Been a while, I'll tell you that.
Well, they had first-round draft picks. 2-5 was a first-round draft pick, and Fernando Bryant way back when. And then you can go to a handful of other guys that just did not pan out.
And that's an important position.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you're looking at a guy.
I mean, they all are, but that one is, at this point, it's a vertical league. That's a big-time position.
Well, this is the same thing we've been talking about. After the loss to Buffalo, what happened? They didn't get to Josh Allen, and Josh Allen got to the secondary. Those two things happened.
Right.
One begot the other because you could not get to Josh Allen and harass him in any way, shape, or form. So that still has to be dealt with. They still need to create more pressure. And it comes from the edge. It comes from the interior of that defensive line. It comes from what Campanile draws up in the case of Gardeck, getting 2.5 sacks on his stat line. But my gosh, man, you better figure out who your dudes are on the back end that are going to make plays for you.
Well, we know he's not coming out. When you get this kind of contract, you're not coming out the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to figure out where Jerry and Jones and Travis Hunter go. Because Martavis Bryant, he's making 11 per. Ain't gonna be no rotation.
I'm with you. All right, so let's at least come back a little thought on that. So just kind of carve out your little depth chart for me as far as how you think this plays out. Does this recrank the Travis Hunter argument about how much is he going to play on the offensive side of the ball versus the defense? We'll get into all that coming up. Mokama Beer Company Monday. You let us know what you're thinking with that big news about Buster, Gardeck, and really the restructures of the other players as well. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This is Frank Frangie. Over the past 11 years, the weight loss industry has seen it all. New medications, fad diets, sculpting. Yet Awaken 180 still stands alone as the proven solution for lasting weight loss. Results at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Homeowners, ready to open your home to spring and shut out high energy bills? It's 31 days of spring savings with Renewal by Andersen. Right now, buy 2 windows or doors and get the third 60% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
This is Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. Can you imagine owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Imagine enjoying fresh produce from the garden, fruit from the orchard, meats from the smokehouse. Every meal is a true farm-to-table experience all year long. Belong to a place where your family can choose nature over screens, spending their days feeding animals, picking berries, and fishing in the farm's pond. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Have you been thinking about selling your home and you haven't pulled the trigger? Let me tell you about Chad and Sandy and the experts that will help you make that decision. Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building, so now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need to sell now, need to sell fast, need max price. Check, check, check. Chad and Sandy have the science behind it. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jonathan writes from Mount Pleasant. The only thing standing between me and my dream of hitting the road in my RV was selling my Mount Pleasant home. After hearing Chad and Sandy on the radio, I gave them a call. The results were unreal. In just 3 days, I had multiple offers at full asking price. So can you. Call the local experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy, 414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
Hi, I'm Mark Hassan, 2026 Tournament Chairman for the Players' Championship. Thanks to support from all of you, this championship can positively impact our Northeast Florida community all year round. The Players' Championship starts tomorrow.
March is coming in like a lion at Best Bet, and Clockwork Cashout is back with a vengeance at all locations. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in March, from 6 p.m. till midnight, $500 will be given away every 30 minutes while playing the table games. The excitement is roaring at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. For more details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Chilling on a beautiful Monday. You can enjoy some delicious craft up in their tap room. They've got, of course, all sorts of things going on. The barista's up early serving coffee. You've got breakfast menus, lunch and dinner, and late night snacking, and, of course, entertainment. Throughout the week, make sure you check them out, mokama.com. All right, so you guys let us know just from a putting together the whole team and not having to go outside of your locker room, immediately throwing cash at people, trying to get them to come wear the teal and black. I've maintained this new regime, the Liam Cohens, the Jimmy Gladstones, the Tony Basellis of the world, they are going to create the culture that we always talk about, Big Sirs, and they're going to decide who gets to wear this teal and black. Instead of throwing cash at people and hoping they say yes, they're going to create a dynamic and a basically what you need to be one of the 53 that get to wear it, or 51 on game day, 45 on game day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, what's amazing is that they've been able to do this evaluation within only 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
They got a good idea what kind of guys fit into their system, their program.
Yeah.
Just hardworking guys that get it done, playmakers on both sides of the ball. And then the guys that played well, they get rewarded. And that's what's happening right now. They want to keep key components on this team instead of filtering all these different other players.
Right.
That may not be a nice fit into this. You gotta earn the teal, which I don't have a problem with it whatsoever.
I think it's part of that, and it's also part of the cap. I mean, what Balky left them with the cap is just ridiculous, and that's what they're dealing with. So I think it's what Leon said. He's exactly right, and I think that's the way it should be. It's a meritocracy, but it's also a bulky tocracy right now, because that's where they're at right now. They got a lot of dead cap they're dealing with.
Yeah, and they're going to make up for that, I think, relatively quickly, getting that stuff off the books. And they may, who knows what they'll do with like some of these teams are looking at June 1 designation, so they can at least soften the blow a little bit if it's in case of Tua down there in Miami or any of the other ones. But they're going to get that stuff off the books. And then they're going to be able to figure out how soon they can take a swing soon and get another big guy. Let's talk about the big guy that we talked about really leading up to this week quite a bit. Ryan O'Halloran was the first one to pin the column, talking about the idea of what this team should do, go trade for Max Crosby. And we all kind of went off into our Duval dreamland and kind of pictured him maybe coming here. Anyway, he goes to the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens had to kick some draft capital Las Vegas's way to get that action.
Yeah, listen, I don't have a problem with the deal. I think that defensively he brings some attitude and some giddy up that the Ravens defense has been missing over the last couple of years. I just was a little surprised at the fact that they gave up so much capital. I thought it was going to take a first and a body to maybe get them. It took 2 firsts.
Yeah.
And I'm a little surprised that the Ravens gave up 2 firsts, but they're desperate. They're a desperate team. You got Lamar's deal coming up in a couple of years,
right?
And you don't know what that's going to fester, and so you might you got a small window to try, not win a Super Bowl, just get to a Super Bowl.
And I thought they were going to have to try and redo or restructure a little bit of his deal. I'm not quite sure where that's at, but that's a big number as well. Sitting on there.
Now, James Palmer said the Jags were in that, that they were in that conversation. But my guess is, like with you, is they would have had to have given the Ravens a player with a large contract.
Yeah, well, I don't know if no. What do you mean?
Think so?
What do you mean with a large contract? Because that's what they were trying to get rid of. You see what I'm saying?
I know that.
And so,
what I mean is they had to get rid of one of those edges. Is what I'm saying. Because
right. So, which is what Ryan O said originally. That's a Trayvon, piece in a trade that isn't that big contract.
It's not, but it's going to be.
It would. It will become that. Yes, it will become that because they would just let him play on that 5th-year option, see what he becomes, and then see whether they sign him or not. But at the same time, they pick up 2 firsts or whatever the number would have been.
Right. So
they would have had to have come up with that.
Right. If the Jags truly were involved, my guess is they probably said, we'll give you a 1, Walker, and like a 2 or a 3 or something.
Yeah. And there was a couple of other guys, I think it was Jonathan Jones, that came out over the weekend and said they like BTJ in the building. Don't look for him to be moved. I like that you're at least getting one insider that's coming out and saying stuff like this because he's still an affordable piece. And they came together in the end with an offense that was productive. He was a piece of that. And I don't see you shipping him off unless you're going to get something big for him. And then another, I'm trying to think of which talking head put this out, that you would get some low ball number for him back in draft capital. It wouldn't draw anything higher than a 5th or maybe even lower than that.
Bro, I got duped over the weekend.
Yeah?
Because I was falling in love with this one story that said Jalen Carter.
Oh.
Was it a no 3? Did you
I don't know what it was, but when I saw the Jaguars were interested in Jalen Carter, I got excited. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to take y'all, but I had to control myself.
Was it the Nocos?
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I read the article like it was legit. And I was like, oh, baby, please. Yes, yes. I got duped. I did.
All right, so here's Blake from the north side. He goes, I'd rather have 4 3rd and 4. I'd rather have 4 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 8-yard receivers. Myers, Hunter, Washington, and Strange than 1 BTJ. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think what this team's trying to construct right now is the number of guys you're talking about that can move the chains on 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 8, but also keep BTJ. Because if you have what Myers has proven to be, what Parker Washington obviously has done, which is either get outside or work from the slot and make big plays for you, then BTJ is going to get in a position where they're going to challenge him. He's going to meet that challenge, and he's going to become that down-the-field receiver again, making big plays, or they're going to move on. But I don't think that they're going to pull that trigger right now and moving on.
Well,
I think they want to see the sum total.
Here's the thing. If they were going to move on, it would be this year because you can get the most for him now.
Yes, and that's a point that you've been steadfast on.
Right. So if you wait till next year and he once again is the same player next year, then you're done.
I agree with
it's
you.
Just, and I get it, and I totally get it. I think what they think is he's not going to be that same player next year.
Right.
He's going to be the player he was in his first year.
Yeah,
They're banking on that.
I agree with your logic because it is. You could go from, hey, this is a nice, attractive piece because they haven't seen what the end of this is going to be, and this is still an attractive piece.
Right.
And,
you could say he got hurt in the preseason.
Right.
Took him a while to get back.
Yeah, or what
he
you
dealt
said.
with other injuries. Yeah. You could trade him, or you could just say that's what he is for us, right?
Yeah, and then a year from now, he ain't that dude, and no one's fighting. But at the same time, based on what some of the reporting is, they're not going to get a big number for him anyway. So now, let's use this coaching staff to try and turn him into that big cat that he was.
Yeah, my point is that the excuses you just made, whatever you want to call them,
right?
They can be used for both scenarios. Why you keep him and as trade bait for someone else. Hey, here's the guy who XXX. Look what he did his first year, second year. He got injured early. He had a couple nagging injuries during the season. He's not this guy. Right. That could be the exact reason why you're keeping him, too.
Yeah. All right, so let's keep looking at it. You got all these storylines, these possibilities that's out there right now with the legal tampering period going on. Let's hit you with that right now. We're going to keep an eye on all of them as we go along this afternoon.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
What is it you say, big nasty cash?
Huge nasty cash.
Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker, will sign with the Chiefs for 3 years. You ready for this?
Yeah.
45 mil.
And that's not an Arcos of.
That is not Pete Nokos. That is not No 3. That's Adam Schefter.
So that is, and it's not. We want to make sure it's got the check mark and the good looks that Schefter wants to put out there on X. But that's 15 per is what you're saying.
It's a little low, bro.
Yeah.
Saquon got 20, didn't he?
Yeah, he was up there in that 20.
But I'm just saying, I'm Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Okay, a different title.
It's. I just feel like they looked at Saquon up in Philadelphia and they said he is all of that.
Yeah,
and they look
what she is.
Yeah, and they look at Kenneth Walker and they're like, "You some of that,
some of that, you some of that."
I mean, he was sharing times with
Charbonnet, the glass of wine that we call him. But
look at his career. Okay,
he's a good player.
He's a good player.
Great player.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
If you put him up against ETN, it's not even close, numbers wise, not even close. Production.
And I think the thing that you are looking at, Andy Reid's got to be looking at it, is that he's trying to figure out some way to get back to a Donovan McNabb, Shady McCoy situation where his quarterback is not asked to do everything flipping thing.
Right.
So we'll keep going. It is XL Primetime on the Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Your home for Florida Gators baseball is 1010XL.
Gators Knowles. 2 of the nation's top programs meet on the diamond for an early season test. Florida State and Florida. Tomorrow at 7 on 1010 AM. Don't miss the music of ELO.
Don't bring me down.
The orchestra with former members of Electric Light Orchestra. Catch all the hits March 18th at Florida Theater. The orchestra. Get tickets now at floridatheater.com.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our 2-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Hicken here. This is the perfect time to clean your air ducts as you deal with allergy season, AC efficiency, post-winter, and more. This month, take 15% off dryer vent cleaning and air duct cleaning. Clothes taking longer to dry, built-up lint restricts airflow, increases fire risk. Professional dryer vent cleaning helps dryers run safer and more efficiently. Call Zero Res today. It's a quick service and a peace of mind. Go online at zerosjacksonville.com and tell them you want the 1010XL special.
The Golf Club of Southampton is gearing up for brand new greens and a lot more, and now's your chance to save on membership before the fee increase. Take advantage of a $1,000 savings if you join before the work starts in late April and before the initiation fee goes up. It's a great deal, plus $500 additionally in Pro Shop credit. Don't miss out. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Become a member now and save big. The course is in great shape, so head on out to the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and get on the tee.
At G&H Tires and Service, the G stands for great pricing. The H, well, that means honest service. For over 20 years, Roger and his team have helped Jacksonville drivers stay safe on the road. Need brakes, oil change, AC not blowing cold? Well, how about a super affordable $36 oil change? Affordable brake jobs, AC checks before summer hits, alignments for all these construction roads, and even free check engine light inspections. Locally owned, community driven. G&H Tires and Service on Beach Boulevard.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Having a good time on a beautiful Monday right here on the First Coast. I feel like the weather forecast is improving a little bit. We were looking at maybe a couple of days of rain in beautiful Ponte Vedra Beach. So as I just scan the weather reports between Jayville and the Og, we're looking better and better. Beautiful sunshine. We hope for most of the week. Our defending champion, Rory McIlroy, he had to pull out of the third round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational on Saturday with muscle spasms in the back that were not going away. So we'll see where that goes. But what he did last year, of course, we all know was incredible. That's for sure. All right. So free agency is like an industry in and of itself when guys are able to get to the top like Big Surge. Let's go in Leon's locker room, and at the very least, you can tell a story about that first year you became a free agent and this team signed you, and like was it a priority for you in terms of like, I want to get to become a free agent to get paid, or did you visualize staying with one team your entire year? Let's go in Leon's locker room right now. Hit it, my man. You got it? I'm looking at him. You got Leon's locker room right there? Oh, my gosh. He's still running that 15K right now. I know what he's doing. Oh, I know. He's still running that 15K. I love it. 22 minutes over his goal, but so what? The man made it through 15 kilometers.
No bleeding.
In the Gate River Run. All right, hit it, man.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
All right, now. Wingstop is open till 1 p.m. 1 a.m.
Yes, that's
delivering
exactly
right to your door. Now, they don't deliver till 1 a.m., people now. Now, they deliver to your door, but they're open till 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. You know what? It's funny that you brought this up, Joe. 30 years ago, I signed with the Jaguars as a free agent.
Oh, this
1996, man. 30 years ago, man. Initially, my intention when I went into free agency, man, is I wanted to stay still. I wanted to stay with one team, all right? And it's your agent's job to get you off the spot, because I was on the spot. I was in the post.
Yeah.
Okay? And Drew did, because I'm watching ESPN. They got the top 10 free agents. Big Search right there at number 5.
Right.
When free agency kicked in, everybody was getting paid but Big Search. And I was getting a little frustrated. I saw all these contracts going through. I saw linemen.
Getting agitated.
I was getting a little agitated, whatever. So I called Drew up and I said, Drew, what's going on, man? I said, what's going on with free agency, man? You know, the clock is winding. And ain't nobody calling. He said, well, Leon, the Steelers are still set on, you know, what the contract they offered us before the Super Bowl. I said, well, that ain't going to happen. So Drew, and I didn't believe some of the stuff he was saying to me initially, so I told him I didn't believe him. So he said, okay, I'm going to call the Steelers. I want you on three-way. I want you to listen to what they're saying about you. And I did, regretfully. Oh, maybe unregretfully.
Actually, not regretfully.
Exactly.
Especially for Duval.
So this is a Garth Brooks song for all of Duval. Unanswered Prayers is what that was right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm on the back end, and, you know, I'm impressionable, all right? I thought they loved me. And me not understanding the art of negotiating.
Big Sur's impressionable.
I was impressionable, you know.
You SOBs.
You know, so me not understanding the art of negotiating, high, low, meet in the middle, you know, and get things done. I heard the Steelers say I was a system player. I wasn't even the best offensive lineman on the team. I wasn't. DeMonte Dawson was, but I heard it, though. I heard him say it. He's not going to get that kind of money free agent. He's lucky that They were just telling me all these type of things. So when I got the phone, I said, "The hell with the Steelers." And then 24 hours later, guess what Drew had with me?
Yeah.
He said, Jacksonville Jaguars.
All of Duval loves that.
And the rest, as they say,
Yeah.
is history.
By the way, that's an excerpt from my book, Fourth Down and Damn Atlanta Story on Amazon.
Make sure you check it out on Amazon.com. But you're telling me 30 years ago.
30 years ago, bro. 30
That's
years
beautiful.
ago, I signed with the Jaguars.
I do love it. All right, so that is a great free agency story because he was able to come Duval's way and become part of the bookends when it comes to Baselli and Cersei. You haven't had it really since then, and it's pretty special. Give me that right now as we stay inside the AFC South.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So not only did Indiana Jones get that transition tag for the Indianapolis Colts, and he's going to be paid, $37 million this year, and then they're going to figure out what they're going to do after that. Alec Pierce has got, what's the deal?
Well, unless someone throws a ton of money at him.
Yeah. Well,
Danny Jones.
Yeah, but
it's possible. Doubtful, but possible.
Especially coming back from an Achilles.
Yeah.
So Alec Pierce got basically what averaged to $29 million a year.
Yeah, 4 years, 116.
Four for 116.
4 for 116. The Colts, and thank our Nooners are always paying attention to everything, so we appreciate you guys sending it our way. The Colts have traded their best wide receiver to a team with no quarterback and paid their second best wide receiver, concussion protocol, Pierce, $30 million a year. Today is a great day. They are moving the Indianapolis Colts, Michael Pittman, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's been traded.
Wow.
So he is a big target. He is a catch machine. It doesn't really matter who was back there throwing it because he was a guy who could go get it. He wasn't Mr. Super Dynamic like we're talking about with these guys that are at the top. But anyway,
he's a catch machine,
that's what I said.
bro.
That's the first thing I said.
You traded that for the guy that has career high of 47 catches?
Yeah. So he's going to the Steelers, and this is according to Pelissero. So we'll find out where that goes.
Here's another thing, too. So Kenneth Walker, who we talked about last segment, signing for what was it? What were the predictions? 3 for 45, right? So that's
345.
That's $15 million per. All right, that puts him at number 3 in the league. Chiefs are paying the third highest running back in the league, tied with the D train, trailing only Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey. What's ETN going to get?
Let's get that going in the next seg because you're of the thinking he's going to get more than that.
I mean, he's more productive.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure it out. Kenneth Walker,
Kenneth Walker can't catch the ball.
He can. He just doesn't do it a ton.
He can't catch the ball.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right. Well,
I mean, compared to ETN, it's not even close.
I'm not even saying that, but also let's go between the tackles with Kenneth Walker a little bit. So if you're trading one for the
okay, you can say that, but ETN's has in 4 seasons has 3,000-yard seasons.
Yeah. Look, I'm an ETN fan. I just don't know that he's going to get more than that. That's what I'm curious about. We'll keep that conversation rolling as we move into the 1 o'clock hour. If you didn't turn your clocks back, you feel like me right now. I'm looking at this clock. It says 11:57. It's XL Primetime. I need to advance it 1 hour.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. It was April 2nd, 2007.
Somebody go live.
0600. 3. When the world first heard.
2. 1.
1010XL.
Execute.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Get the best soccer talk on the First Coast on the Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Bailey discuss the beautiful game Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com. The rapid equity loan program can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine. Pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess, you're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
Get ready for spring turkey season at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Find shotguns trusted in the field from Browning, Beretta, and Benelli. Plus, the newest bows are ready to test shoot from Hoyt and Matthews. For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has helped Northeast Florida hunters gear up with confidence. Stop by Green Acres today at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard, or shop online anytime at greenacresporting.com.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The Jacksonville Jaguars have made a couple of notable moves during the NFL free agency period. The team announced today that they've agreed to terms with cornerback Monteric Brown. According to multiple reports, it's a 3-year deal worth $33 million over his 4 seasons with Jacksonville. He's made 3 interceptions and 24 passes deflected. Jacksonville has also re-signed linebacker Dennis Gardeck. He played all 17 games for the Jags last season, making 8 starts and producing 37 tackles, 9 quarterback hits, 6 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. Right now, 75 degrees at 102, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
All sorts of things cranking right now with the legal tampering period well underway. You have until Wednesday, whenever they make things official. We will see how it all shakes out. The biggest news, if you're just getting with us in the 1 o'clock hour, you've probably been spinning through X or whatever, keeping an eye on stuff. But the best news that this team can give you right now is keeping what they had in their building and building off of it. And the signings of a Dennis Gardeck, a Buster Brown, the restructures of a couple of other guys, at the end of last week and into the weekend that kind of helped them get to where they needed to be cap-wise. That's all good, man, compared to there's some big money that's being thrown around right now.
You would have thought that if they were going to make a splash in free agency, they probably would have went to the big dogs to restructure. Trevor or Hines Island or something like that. I mean, because they were with McCurry, they went to
McCurry was able to do it. Eric Murray was able to
do it.
I thought that Eric Armstead, before the weekend was done, that was one that I was at least keeping my eye on, just from a cap hit figure, what he is making, what they could convert into signing bonus, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe they're gonna build through the draft this year. And nothing wrong with that.
No.
You want to go? Should we go like the first hour real quick? Real quick, the first hour of legal tampering.
Right.
First hour of legal tampering. We got Alec Pierce 4 for 116. Eric Stokes 3 for 30. Drummond Jones 3 for 39. 2 is released. Atlanta's in pursuit. K9 got 3 for 45. Jalen Phillips got 4 for 120 from the Panthers. 120. That position, man. Wow. Jalen Watson got 3 for 51 from the Rams. Laramie Tunsil got 2 for 60 with the Commanders.
2 for 60.
For 60.
That's like approaching that Trent Williams area.
2 for 60.
Whoa.
Malik Willis got 3 for 67.5 from the Miami Dolphins.
So Miami's got all that dead cap money they got to deal with, and they still were able to crank 65. Malik Willis's way.
Right. We're not done with the nonsense yet, okay? Isaiah Likely got 3 for 40 from the Giants. Joe Asai got 3 for 36 from the Jets. James Pierre got 2 for 8.5 from the Vikings, and that's it.
Did you give the Michael Pittman one?
No, I did not.
So at least Schefter's saying the Steelers are signing their new wide receiver to a 3-year, $59 million deal. Do that math.
Bro.
It's $20 million.
That's crazy.
So, and it's
that eclipses my 5 for 17.5 all day. Well, and the outrage when I got mine, boy, the outrage.
I don't know if I still have it.
Oh my goodness, bro.
I don't know if I still have it, but I have to find it.
I mean, there's some money being thrown around now.
Big Surse was bringing up. He was bringing up something the other day, and because he was drafted 11th overall, and here it is, 11th pick overall NFL draft contract value. I saved it in my little group.
You saved it?
Yeah.
'Cause I remember mine.
Yeah. What was yours?
92. Yeah. My contract was 4 years, $4.5 million, with 1.5 to sign.
Okay.
That was my contract in 1990.
4 years.
4.5.
4.5 with 1.5
to sign. Yep.
Okay.
11 pick.
2026 projection, pick 11. 27.7 million total, $5 million a year. Does not say what the actual signing. Actually, it might have a little bit.
Is that fully guaranteed?
I believe the 4 years is fully guaranteed.
Gotcha.
Fellas. Jalen Phillips, okay?
Who came off the injury, traded from Miami to Philadelphia.
He's played 6 years in the NFL. He had 7 sacks last year. He's never had more than 8.5. His 6 years in the league are 8.5, 7, 6.5, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, and 7. $30 million per.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a cane now.
And so
I noticed that you picked on the cane real quick.
Bro, $30 million.
That's a lot of
But
bread.
let's keep all this together now. This is the other part of it. And this is why when you flip and trip, I love this.
What's Trayvon Walker going to get? Seriously, after back-to-back 10-sack seasons, what's he going to get?
Well, it wasn't back-to-back this year.
Right.
That's the thing that hurts him a little bit.
But I can guarantee you he will have at least 7 sacks next year.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
So the curiosity right now is, are they going to sign him before they go into the season, which I don't think they will, or they're going to wait and make him play?
Well, it's going to cost so much money.
Right, and it's going to cost a bunch whenever you do.
It's not what you're worth, it's what the market dictates.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
So let's pull all this together, okay? Because Matt's flipping and tripping right with some of these numbers.
Of course he is.
He just ran through them. And
Bro, he's got 28 career NFL sacks. And he's getting a 4-year, $120 million deal.
But I'm just pulling it back into your world. And some of the money that's being thrown around in the college football
right
world,
before guys even step on campus.
Exactly. With the NIL, it's mind-blowing, mind-numbing in some ways when you see some of this that's being thrown around out there. The $40 million payrolls for these football teams that are now being put together. I'm reading on what is The Athletic, one of them, that if you want to just be a mid-level, you need to have something in the 12 to 20 neighborhood. It's insane. And so if that type of money is being thrown around, not knowing what you're going to get out of it in the college game, this is once every 3 or 4 years for these guys, not every single year in college football, Matt. That's the difference. Those guys have to wait their turn. The Alec Pierce was not getting that every single year. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And the same thing with Malik Willis or any of the other guys that we're talking about. Think about that.
I understand all of it. I understand the positioning thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than college football, too. It's positioning. It's where you are. That's why Darian Menza got $6 million.
Right.
And they paid off his Duke deal.
But, like, the other part of it is that Darian Menza has been in that position twice in 2 years' time. That's pretty damn good. That's the difference.
Well, he got 4 the first time with Duke.
Yeah. But I'm saying he's been in that position twice to get paid.
Right. But but Duke signed him early in the process last year.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the first guys to sign.
Right, they signed him to a 2-year deal.
My point is he was the last guy on the market, and the Canes were desperate for a quarterback.
Yeah.
So they not only paid him $6 million, which is as much as anyone's making at that position, they also bought out his Duke contract, which makes him the highest paid contract.
Had to pay that
college
off.
football.
And so that's the part that they need to wrap their head around at some point, because Leon had to wait his turn. And any of these other guys have to wait their turn. Kenneth Walker just happens to have fallen into a great situation after his running mate got hurt. He was the solo Seahawk toting the ball, or at the very least getting the lion's share of it, and he's going to pedal that into a 3 or $45 million deal. You got to love it, but he can't go back next year and get another big free agent contract. You got to wait his turn.
Well, that's the difference between. I mean, I think Matt's point is that in college well, your point is that in college, these contracts roll over.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you got to wait your turn to get your big money.
It's every 365 in the college game right now. If you're good,
Right, but you're not getting extended 3-year deals. You're getting individual deals.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's still what Leon says. They're in improvement mode every single year.
And it's a different dynamic, of course, because we're talking about there's only so many years they can play. They're trying to make it about 6-7 years now that they can play, but there's only so many that they're going to have eligibility for. And then you got to obviously pedal it into as much as you possibly can. The big schools are going to pay the most. The big stars are going to get the most. And then those other guys are going to hopefully get their share. And the rev share is at the very least guaranteed that if you were on scholarship, you're going to get some cash. At the very least.
That's like in the NFL locker room, but the money's much bigger now.
Mm-hmm.
But you had the guys who made the big money, then you had the marginal guys, and then you had the low income guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was classism when it came to the locker room as far as the big money, the middle money, and the low money.
Right.
I mean, nothing's changed.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that $30 million for Jalen Phillips makes him the 8th highest paid edge in the league.
I was a fan of Jalen Phillips before the trade deadline, and I like what I've always seen him just in terms of an edge guy. I like him. He's nasty. He can figure out ways, crafty-wise, to get to the quarterback. The injury concerned me, but now he's far removed from that because that happened when he was in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's able to roll up there to Philadelphia, put a good stat sheet together with other talented players
absolutely,
that he was able to play off of, the Jalen Carters, the Jordan Davises, and all those other dudes. And he's cashing.
Yeah.
He's cashing.
He took advantage of the opportunity, made the most of it.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep looking at it. Let's get into a handful of other things. Hoops from over the weekend we definitely need to touch on. And the number 1 seeds have changed. The Florida Gators have moved up. UConn has moved out. We'll get into all that coming up on a Mocama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. The game's best golfers and one of the most beautiful courses in the world. Catch live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates from the players. Capped by Corona, Campione Law, and TopDressing.com on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dr. George Bari, an orthopedic surgeon who is fellowship trained in sports medicine. If you are a young athlete or a weekend warrior, I treat you with the care and expertise that is needed to diagnose and treat your injury. Come see me at Bari Orthopedics to get the care that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. And follow Doc on Instagram at Dr.GeorgeBari.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Picking here for nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools have been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools, summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Florida sun and storms means your roof has probably seen better days. If you're wondering about its condition, visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com to schedule a free, no-pressure inspection. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
If you are traveling into our town, welcome. If you're coming in, maybe staying up there on Amelia Island or wherever you might be, you can definitely find a lot of great watering holes, some places to enjoy, and you can check out the Mocama Beer Company right there. Their tap room is in Beautiful, historic Fernandina Beach, South 8th Street, just as you're heading into the historic area. You will find them, and they are inviting. They would love to see you. Drop on by and check them out. Just chew it and do it. What was the total time, E, with your...
2 hours, 12 minutes.
Okay, so you 2:12. Okay, just chew it and do it. You're 2:12.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to come up with another endearing nickname for you. 2:12 ain't bad, man.
It ain't.
It ain't. How many people finished ahead of you? How many people finished
there's
after you?
20,000 total people. I think I finished somewhere, I don't know, 10, 11,000
Okay,
maybe.
around
I'd have
10,
to look
11.
yeah.
So you know what? That's not mediocre. That's above average.
Yeah, bro, the
Okay.
key is you finished. You finished in a good time. You didn't get hurt. Nothing happened.
Yeah, a lot of 1010XLers doubted me. They thought that I wasn't going to make it into work today.
Yeah.
Like RJ was going to be working this show and the drill. So I'm here. I'm proud of it.
Were you a little tired?
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Did you collapse at the finish line?
I would say collapse, but man down. Man down.
Let me just tell you, honestly, I don't know how anyone runs that far. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how I did it either. But I mean, once I set it on there, I got to do it.
Oh,
I
know.
can't turn back
I know.
from it.
But
how much was incline?
The
Did you go over the
neighborhoods, both the bridges, and one of the bridges was early. I'm like, oh man! But that was easy. I think the main street, it was, but it was that damn Hart Bridge.
That
at
Hart
the end.
Bridge is
man.
rough.
And then when we got off the Hart Bridge, it still had another mile to the finish line. I'm like, bruh, yeah, it was crazy. Whoever planned that out, they did their thing with it. But shouts out to everybody who did it and finished it, and even those who didn't finish, hydrate because it was tough.
As long as you made the attempt,
absolutely,
and I don't care. Don't let anybody say anything other than that.
Oh, they can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah, that's just outstanding. Furthest you've ever ran, Big Sirs, besides the gassers.
Oh, the furthest I ever ran. That's it, gassers.
Yeah,
bro.
that's probably it, right?
Listen, I don't run on purpose.
Let me tell you something. I tried
Just
to run
5Ks for me, man.
5K for you.
Yeah.
I tried to run the 12-minute in Gainesville. I ended up in the infirmary. So I that's where my first exercise-induced asthma came from.
Nice. I've run a mile before. I mean, around the track.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, at Miami in high school.
Yeah.
Well, you had to run the 12-minute too, didn't you? Didn't you have to run it in 12 minutes?
Yeah,
Like that was
12-minute
part
run.
of your...
Yeah. Not fun, bro.
Yeah,
I'm built for need, not speed.
I was at the Purple Porpoise or something the night before we had to do the 12-minute run. It did not go well for me at all. But listen, I can at least say back in my St. Joe days, we made it to state. We were in the mile medley relay. We finished 10th in the state. I was a 200-meter cat, but I wasn't running any long distance. That's for sure. That ain't easy.
Plus, it's a lot different than on the treadmill than outside.
Yeah.
The treadmill, you can do the 12-minute mile, it's, you knock it out. Yeah. Not outside, man.
No. The elements. Hey, E, do you remember, were you producing when Pross would run his mile down when we were at Hogan Road? All right, I'll have to get back and ask him that. He's on the phone doing something else. I'm just curious, is like that, those elements that you talk about, like JJ runs in them all the time.
Right.
And Hick will get out there and walk, and all these other guys, you better believe it. That takes a toll on you. That's for sure, as opposed to just being on the treadmill. All right. So speaking of running, let's get right back to the ETN and Kenneth Walker. And look, plenty of people have chimed in on the argument about what Kenneth Walker deserves, will get, should get, all that kind of stuff. Super Bowl MVP, I do believe, does mean something. But Walker did have, and our texters have pointed out, 31 catches for 282 yards. Travis Etienne had 36 for 292. So we're not talking about a massive amount of difference between these dudes. 5 catch difference between what Kenneth Walker did. Etienne had 5 more and had 10 more yards. The one thing about it, Etienne got in the end zone, and he's the dude
7 times.
Yeah, he led this team in receiving touchdowns. Okay, that's as much credit to him as it is Liam Cohen and the way he was drawing up ball plays, which is just beautiful. But both of those cats were productive in the receiving game. So to say one isn't. So anyway,
I don't know. We watched him.
I'm just telling you.
I mean, there's a difference in being a flare guy and a guy that can actually go out and run like a circle route.
Right.
And just.
But here's the dynamics of running back. And you tell us, Leon, if I'm just full of crap right now. The idea that a guy can run between the tackles obviously forces the defense to respect that part of his game. And if he can do that, then the ability to slip out makes it even more attractive for that guy in your huddle when you break, because you don't know what that dude's going to do if you're the defense. And that is kind of what Kenneth Walker is. ETN, while good between the tackles, isn't the most physical dude. That's why I was so happy to see him finally get featured in an offense where he could be showcased out catching the ball in the flats, making plays.
Yeah, initially that notion for ATN that he couldn't run between the tackles was it changed my perspective on him against the Raiders. The Raider game, he ran between the tackles.
Hell of a game from him.
Hard, bro. I mean, those shots that he was taking. And then your ability to run between the tackle and then, create mismatches when they motion you outside. I mean, you just can't let that. I mean, he's got 13 touchdowns, bro. So, I mean, you can't let that kind of productivity walk, can you? I mean, yeah, you can say, you can say that you draft well and develop well, but everybody knows the NFL is coin flip. You don't know if you can get the same productivity out of a draft pick that you got out of ATN. I mean, I love the draft. I was drafted, but if you got something that that's present and clear, that is productive, you sign that cat.
I do understand proven commodity.
Yes, absolutely proven commodities.
And it's almost
that was my whole thing at the beginning. I mean, again, you think that Bashal Tutin is a good replacement, right?
Right.
You think he is.
Yeah.
You think LeQuint is a capable backup. They've showed it.
Yeah.
They've clearly showed it, right? You don't know what they're going to do when it's their dime. When it's their dime, then what?
Yeah. But I think just like, and Leon's seen enough football, we've covered enough football, that every single time if you have a good organization, and the Steelers, we refer to them quite a bit, you got to be unafraid to say goodbye to that dude that just became too expensive. And you got to be unafraid to say hello to that next dude that's going to step up and take his spot.
Yeah, but you got to have some history behind it too.
Right.
I mean, this is just their first year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is their first year. Now that they've been to other organizations and seen it happen. So I think that filters into what they're thinking. But yeah, the Steelers, they had a history of just saying, hey, listen, we're not going to pay free agents big time money.
Right.
We're going to draft guys, develop them, and then make them the starters moving forward. So.
Yeah, it's like I would love to be able to just say, hey, ETN, come on back. Keep that number one number. You're the number one guy in our backfield. We want you, this and that. But if nothing else, I feel like this team is trying to be a little more intelligent when it comes to approaching the draft and making sure that they fill this roster with affordable guys that will give them, let's just say, 4 years of snaps. And then if they become too expensive, they move on. But they want guys that can come in at that, what do we call it? Not a Dollar General store contract, but a medium size contract. And
Walmart contract.
Yeah. If you earn your second contract, you kick tail. You deserved it, which is a Buster Brown in this case. Those types of guys.
Well, I mean, we saw right before our eyes is that they took marginal talent and got them to play above board.
Yeah, they did.
You know, so I mean, they definitely have a lot of confidence in their ability to bring guys in, draft guys, and get them to play. Not to an elite level, but a competitive level that helps your team win ball games.
Right. Yeah. And so if they can keep it going like that, that's really the essence of this, is that you're going to see a new beginning for this football team. When's the last time you could say that this team was built through the draft? You could say it under TC with certain free agents that were kind of dropped in there. You might be able to say it a little bit during the middle O's when this team was playoff bound.
Yeah.
But not too many other times can you say that.
I also think they can be criticized, no doubt about it. But I also think what they've done in such a short span and the results they've got on the field gives them a little capital.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got to sit back and say, all right, they know what they're doing. And then if it shows that they didn't know what they were doing, then you can criticize a little more forceful.
In 17, you could say it a little bit because of the guys that they did have on the defensive side of the ball that came in and made plays, but they also needed other guys to come in and make plays with them. But A.J. Boye was signed with Jalen Ramsey. Then they became a pair of all-pros. Telvin Smith, you would love to have seen him stay healthy, stay committed, all that kind of stuff. We all know it didn't work out. But that was a draft pick. And then you can look at the Fournette. He arguably had one of his two best years in a Jags uniform that rookie season. Blake obviously had the end of that season as memorable as it gets. But And those were all draft picks, minus AJ Boyd. But you get what I'm saying. That they were able to come together and everything worked perfectly for them. And they just couldn't keep it going.
Yeah, I think it was the armored truck that started it all.
With Jalen,
the armored truck.
Yeah, you remember when he had the armored truck came at because we was trying.
That was 19, right?
That was 18.
No, it was a little bit later than that. But yeah, when he expected to get paid,
Yeah,
it
we
was
expected to
20,
get paid.
something like that.
He was 20.
You don't remember that when he had
he
the
showed
money?
up. He showed up at camp. I thought it was the first year I was there. It must have been like the second year.
No.
Yeah.
It was 2018, I believe it was. Because I
was here. I was definitely here.
You were definitely here. Okay, all right.
He was wanting to get paid,
Yeah, he was
so
wanting
he
to
had to
get
get to
paid.
that third year as a first-round draft pick to where he was eligible for a new contract.
Yeah, I don't think it was the armored truck. I think it was the fact they didn't have a quarterback. That was the problem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I do understand what Big's saying because things just kind of got twisted around that point. Unique Ngakoue with his demands, Jalen with his demands, Jalen up and out, traded away. All those things started to really.
Who were the three? It was Unique, Jalen. Who else was looking at a contract? It was a third. Because you kept saying they can't pay all three of them.
Yeah, it was Unique. It was Jalen.
Probably the quarterback.
Cam?
Was it Cam?
Calais, or I'm not even sure. Probably.
No, I think it might have been Cam.
Might have been Cam, or was it Miles? I don't think it was Miles. Okay,
It was Miles. It was Miles Jack. That's what it was.
Maybe.
Because he was saying you got three. And now here's my point is, look, once those guys left this franchise, I mean, Jalen won a Super Bowl, but he was never the same player.
He was a really good player for a while.
I don't know, man.
He was a really good player.
The player he was here?
At least for the years he was in L.A.
All right.
Yeah. I think people still view him as overall, and then him moving to safety this past year or whenever he did convert in a Miami uniform, still pretty dang good.
No. I think, but all I'm saying is he wasn't the player he was here, is what I'm saying. Like, he was best corner in the league here.
Yes. Yeah. I think he was still that for a couple years in L.A., but yeah, that could be up for debate for sure.
And then, of course, Ngakoue.
Yeah, not the same.
Nothing.
Passed by, wore a bunch of different uniforms from Minnie to Baltimore to Indy and on. And yeah,
Miles Jack, same thing.
Yeah, not the same. Yeah, Miles Jack, and heck, he stayed healthy
Right,
here.
decent player, just yeah, not the same player.
Yeah. All right, you guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. A ton of spending going on in the National Football League with the legal tampering period open. We'll at least hit a couple of the high notes coming up before we are done on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. From the edge of your radio to the edge of your seat. Showtime! Feel the excitement of live play-by-play
And this place is rocking right now.
on 1010XL.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets.
Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I'm celebrating an anniversary. 2 years ago, hit my goal weight with a Waco 180. 40 pounds gone. I know it's not 100 plus like Hacker, but 40 was my number. That was the weight holding me back, slowing me down. I didn't do it with meds, didn't deal with side effects, didn't rely on a shortcut. I had to stay on forever. I did it with a plan. Awesome free coaching for life and learning how to eat in a way that actually works in real life. Waco 180 knows you travel, knows you eat out, knows you have cravings. A real life plan for real life people. Maybe your number's 25 pounds. Maybe it's 40 like mine. Maybe it's more than 100 like Hack. Whatever your number is, we're proof you can do it and keep it off without putting something in your body you don't want. Waco 180 works. Go get your number at Waco180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Renewal by Andersen is kicking off their 31-day spring savings event. For a limited time, buy 2 replacement windows or doors and get the third 60% off. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Our acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, helping reduce energy costs and keeping your home comfortable all year long. Offer ends March 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, where comfort meets savings.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt.
When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and if you think Closets by Design is just closets, you've got to see their brand new showroom at Phillips and Emerson. It's amazing what they can do. See for yourself how they custom design organization for any space. Garages, laundry rooms, bedrooms, even the man cave. It's all about smart storage that fits your lifestyle and budget. Schedule an appointment to meet with a design consultant and tour the showroom for ideas you can see and touch. Start at closetsbydesign.com.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is 30 years ago I signed with the Jaguars. I'm sure that somebody on the radio station probably said, man, seriously, 5 years, $17.5 million? It's outrageous. I'm sure somebody 30 years ago had to say something like that. Where were you working, Matt?
I think that was 30. I was working at the TU. I think that was 30 years ago. Frangie on his show saying, how good is that? That's what I think.
You think say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just saying.
I'm sure Frangie was saying that.
Well,
and that's how good is that? You got a right tackle now to go with your left tackle. Yeah, I'm sure everybody was loving that move.
Okay. And you can even quote Lamb at Large because I know we said this with Uncle
Right, Joe
Ben.
was on the show back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The one thing I did 100% say then, and I still believe now, you weaken the opponent and strengthen yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
That's what
Tom
they did, yeah.
Coughlin's design.
It was my design too.
Yeah,
because
inside the AFC Central.
Because I had a vendetta. When I heard all that stuff about me, that they said, and I was impressionable, yeah, I had a vendetta.
Oh, yeah.
You had a vendetta.
Yes, absolutely. I wanted them to suffer.
Strengthen this roster and weaken theirs.
There you go.
Wow. All right. My golden moment is I said it earlier, and I think it's true. I think these guys have capital now, and you've got to allow them to work, knowing they have the best interest of this, not only franchise but a winning at heart.
Yeah.
Like if they think they can move along and win and get to the Super Bowl without Travis Etienne, you gotta agree to it.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, if it doesn't happen and they go, 9-8 and they don't get to the playoffs, then you can start criticizing. You can criticize now.
Yeah.
But I mean, then you can really delve into it. But you got to give these guys have earned the capital now. 13-4 earns you that capital.
Right. And the thing that you want to do is not try and be the smartest man in the room and prove that you can prove everybody else wrong, but just believe and trust in what you're doing and go get more guys that you believe and trust can do what you want them to do. And that's what Jimmy Gladstone's Tony and Liam have done. And I just had a quick conversation with Liam at the TC J Fund, the Wine Gala, Big Sirs. He said hello to you, and we were just chatting it up just for not very long. He was very accommodating to as many people that were talking. But anyway, the idea that that they are right now drilling down on the draft, minus going up to the combine, means they're getting every bit of time in front of the tape, evaluating, working with their coaches, seeing who thinks what about every possible draft prospect that's out there, as opposed to going up there with their 15-minute speed dating. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you can't always throw money at your problems in free agency. So at some particular point, I mean, you got to draft well and develop. Some of those problems, they're saying we've got the replacements right here. These guys have got to develop. They got to step up. They got to we want to see how they perform when the lights are brightest.
Right.
So a lot of these cats, and that's a huge risk, bro. It's a huge risk because you're Lloyd, and you're letting Lloyd go. You're talking about the guy, 5 interception guy. You're expecting guys behind him to replace him at an elite level for 17 games.
Yeah.
Same thing with ATN. Tootin, you're expecting him to replace ATN at an elite level for 17 games.
And it's not just replacing him. It's replacing him at the level he played at.
That part. That's the part. Yes.
And the other part of it is that not only are you trying to replace him at that level that you guys are saying, you now need the next guy to step up and be what Bashal was.
Yes.
ETN.
Yes.
Because Bashal was impactful. He made plays for this football team. Think of those tough yards inside the 5. He's going to be asked to do all of that, and then he's going to have somebody else that can come in.
I think Quinn's a good player.
Yeah.
And I think Jackson, who's on the practice squad, he's a pretty good player too.
But I love what Coach Ingram said to us, because he's a running back coach by trade. He said, Quinn Allen has a lot of things that you want to see. And I'm just paraphrasing what he said to us last week, but a lot of things that you want to see in a football player. But he has got to do more things to be a successful runner or a running back. And he was in when you were up talking to James Franklin in Blacksburg. But from a special teams, from a team player attitude, he's got all
a teammate. He's like
the toughness that you want. Oh my! But then learn all those other things: the blitz pickup, the pass pro, your angles, how you choose to run and pick a hole, and all that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
He's got 6 months.
Yeah, and he's got to do it. And Quinton Jackson, another guy who will be given that opportunity, that big bruiser inside.
That's all I'm saying.
Either one of those, right?
You ain't a backup singer no more. You're the lead.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
Lights was bright. You see how you play when the lights were the brightest.
One other, as far as a gold moment is concerned in the show, gold bars have been handed out in the first couple of hours of legal tampering. Have they not? Like, we will punch it up at some point when free agency is done, and they will have spent or committed to contracts, NFL teams, over $1 billion.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easy.
And every year now, it's over $1 billion.
Might be over $1 billion right now. How many hours are we into this thing?
We might already.
So now
be
you can
over
see
that.
how I was frustrated when I'm looking. We didn't we're as advanced as we are now with social media.
Yeah.
And I'm just hearing guys this contract. And I'm like, what the hell going on? Everybody get paid with me.
But you
Drew,
got paid.
I did.
And because your agent Drew is like
Drew Rosenhaus. Yeah, he was Drew Rosenhaus.
If you heard the story about the old bull, that's what he's telling you right now.
Yeah.
He's saying, just be patient, young man. Just be patient.
It's wild to see these contracts. It's absolutely wild. And it's not just the NFL, it's college football too. It's wild that there's that much money floating around. And I've said this to you guys a couple times. It's almost like it's fungible. If it's not here, it'll be paid here. If it's not spent here, it's going to be spent there.
Well,
it's just money's just moving hands between people. Is all it is.
So the other part that we got to remind ourselves of is think of, we'd have to go back even over a 5-year period, 10-year period. Think of how much the salary cap has gone up. It wasn't that terribly long ago when it was $100 million, and then it became $200 million. Well, welcome to the $300 million era in salary caps. And so they had the nice little bump that has been set at 301.2. And let's see here. A
bump of how much from let's say, give me a bump of from 2 years ago. Give me 2 years ago.
Well, I only have last year.
Okay, what was last year's?
22 million more.
Dude, now think about what Balky left this team.
Yeah. 40.
What if it was still 22 million minus?
Yeah.
What if you were still at 278?
So then this team would have been 63 and some change, just in terms of dead cap space and how much they were over the cap.
I mean, that's just malpractice.
Yeah, because this team came into this period, what was it, around 17 mil over the cap.
That's GM malpractice. That's literally you're putting contracts in the future because you know you're not going to be the GM.
And then he decided,
and you're leaving it with someone else.
This is the most talented roster this team's ever had.
Oh my God.
the hell are you talking about? It's like you've yeah.
All of that, everybody out there saying, well, he was the guy who drafted him, and he was the guy who drafted. Okay, he also is the guy who put you in this situation right now.
And he's the one who signed other guys to expensive contracts over time that just became way too costly. The Shaq Griffins of the world. Don't forget some of those deals.
Gabe
that were done.
Davis, $14.8 million.
Yeah. And Ronald Darby a year ago, and some of these other guys. All right, it is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios, brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies. This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Spring is almost here. Is your yard ready? Lucas Tree Service, a family-owned business with over 45 years of experience, is your local certified arborist for tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for residential or commercial properties. Protect your home, boost your curb appeal, and get top-notch service from a Jacksonville company. Make sure your trees are healthy and safe before summer hits. Schedule your tree inspection today at lucastreeservice.com.
All right, Jackson, let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Transform your backyard with CSS fireplaces and outdoor living, fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they can build it. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
Florida Gators men's basketball claim the #1 seed.
He works into the paint. Good defense. 2 seconds to go. Condon. Oh, my goodness. A backbreaker.
But it's going well.
They gave him a 2.
He's been on fire the last 5 games.
Akshay Beshi defeats Daniel Berger in playoffs in Arnold Palmer Invitational.
With authority, Akshay catches Berger and gets him on the first playoff hole to win Army's tournament.
Coach Danny Earl gets ejected after loss to Marquette.
0.4 is left. It's not over. It's not over. Did we get a team? Danny Hurley just got thrown away. A technical called by Gaffney as Hurley left the bench. That will secure the win. And the crowd knows it.
Kyle Schwarber gives Team USA the lead in World Baseball Classic versus Brazil.
Schwarber launches it to right. He's done it against the Blitz again. The United States takes the lead on a blitz to the upper deck.
Schwarber doing Schwarber-like things, just like Scuba was and everybody else. Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. Good stuff. Otani in the Japan crew and all of them. It's been a fun watch, that's for sure. The World Baseball Classic, along with a couple of others that he put together with the Weekend Rewind. Dan Hurley, he gets feisty. He gets feisty. They go down to Marquette. He's over there trying to
feisty.
Yeah,
he headbutted the ref.
Yeah, I was gonna say chest bump, head bump. Yeah, no shiv, Matt, no shiv, but he did. He went over there and you can't do that to a ref.
Yeah, you worried about the students.
They fined him $25,000.
Yeah, that's it.
For a guy that makes $11 million annually.
Yeah,
come on.
Still hurts, bro. 25 is 25.
Not for $11 million annually.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to cut him.
Although I will
that.
say in Connecticut, he's probably only making about $7 million annually.
Yeah, but
$6.5 million annually.
Maybe less. But we get your point. And so they fall off of that one line right now. And Florida moves up to that one line, beating Kentucky. That game got a little closer, I'm sure, than Todd Golden or anybody else.
Well, that was a desperate Kentucky team.
Yeah, and they were. And they definitely – it was at one point –
They didn't want to play the first day of the tournament. Now they do.
Yeah,
now
what was it, 51-34, something like that coming out of the break and whatnot. So they handled their business. They just weren't able to continue down the line. They ended up still winning. You're talking about an SEC outright title, a win up in Lexington. All those things are really good things for them. And then also Akshay Bhatia winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational. 2 back-to-back weeks, dudes have just come apart. Daniel Berger, he didn't come apart. Shane Lowry did a week ago where he lost 4 shots coming in. Berger was basically chased down by Akshay Bhatia. He was down by 4 or 5 shots coming down the stretch and was able to win it. So congrats to him. That's for sure. The Weekend Rewind brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville. Don't forget, they've got their demo day with Euro Motorcycles coming up on Thursday, and then also the static display on Wednesday. So make sure you drop on by Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Lauren Brooks joins us now as we get ready to hand it off to Helmets and Heels.
Your entire show is that just happened. That just happened. That just happened.
Well, we got another one after we talk to you.
Okay, another big one. But Matt just added it up, and it is in the it's north of 800 million.
800 million in 4 hours.
That contracts. And
no
I told
one's
him,
any surprised, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
but it's like maybe only 2 or 3 years running where they've gone over $1 billion.
Well, now it's 900 million after this one. So
yeah. They go over $1 billion like that. So you guys will have
They're
your eye on it.
printing money.
Yeah.
The NFL.
It's
still no Devin Lloyd, no Travis Etienne.
No, that's just the reality of it. We'll see what happens. Whether Etienne may still get him a pretty pretty good contract when it's all said and done.
Right.
But
I'm just
nothing yet.
surprised we haven't heard about either of those to this
Yep.
point.
All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we'll, of course, break all that down and then going to talk a lot about the river run, right, E.T.?
Mhm.
That lovely river run on Saturday.
Yeah, that thing.
But yeah, and then went to the Players Preview Party on Friday with E as well. And yeah,
Nice.
a lot of good stuff going on. Players Week, as you know, World
Yeah.
Baseball Classic, like you said. The golf was interesting yesterday. You had the ASUN tournament over the weekend, and the JU women play today. There's just so much going on.
Yeah, Queen's able to cut down the nets. So
Did you watch the end of that game?
I was off and on, but
Okay.
yeah, I was barbecuing,
Queens
but I was
tried
watching.
to give it away.
Yeah,
They really tried to,
yeah,
but eventually ended up winning.
yeah.
But
Against Central Arc. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
We will be listening. Helmets and Heels coming up next. We will all be out at the Players.
Yeah,
beginning
starting tomorrow. E, give us a that real quick.
Yeah.
That just happened.
This
Brought
one.
to you by Florida Home AC.
This one's up there with Jalen Phillips, although he is a Pro Bowler.
Mhm.
Tyler Linderbaum signs with the Raiders. 3 years, $81 million.
You hear that?
He's
sir?
the highest paid center in the history of the league by $9 million.
Nice.
Linderbaum gone from the Baltimore Ravens and now wearing the skull and crossbones.
He's also surpasses the current $24 million threshold for guards.
Mhm.
So now centers get paid more than guards.
That's hefty right there.
That is.
That is. Linderbaum, you knew it was going to attract
Good for
some
you,
big cash.
Linderbaum.
Yeah.
So now it's over $900 million, by the way,
Yeah.
over the first 4 hours.
All right, we are done. Thanks to Mokama Beer Company. You can enjoy them, especially if you are coming onto the First Coast from somewhere else visiting in Fernandina. Stop on by and check them out. We would love to see any and all of you tomorrow. Trucks on 10 is where 1010 XL will be holed up for the rest of Players Championship Week. Looking forward to it. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and E.T.
Then just chew it and do it.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Sharing ideas
We all want a victory!
and emotions.
We all want a victory!
1010 XL.
Mike Dempsey here for big #1 Duval Ford. Did you know that Duval Ford offers a mobile service that comes to you at home or at work? Get oil changes, filters, battery replacement, recalls, and more with no extra fees. Same dealership quality delivered. Easy online scheduling with live technician tracking. Also available for fleets and commercial. On-site service at your convenience. Contactless payments and paperless invoicing. Serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas, Duval Ford. Schedule your next service at duvalford.com.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
If you've been searching for answers to your quarterback questions, he's the lighthouse to guide you home.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me